Welcome to another episode of Los BenchWarmers. And we're still here in Monterey, California.
In the shade?
In the shade.
What are you hiding, man?
In Friendly Plaza.
Friendly Plaza.
Yeah.
Established in 1930 by the combined efforts of Montereyans to reflect their Spanish and Mexican heritage.
As they were doing that, they kicked all the Mexicans to Seaside. You know what I'm saying?
Being super friendly.
Yeah.
The Friendly Plaza, can we be there? No. You go to Seaside.
So I have a coworker, and he's like 60 right now, but his wife is Mexican. So, and he's not Mexican, but the wife is Mexican. So I told him once, hey, what part of Mexico she's from? And she goes, oh no, she's from here. I know she was born here, but what part of Mexico? No, her family's from here. I'm like, okay, because I think the wife's like third, fifth generation. Well, she's multiple generation.
I have something here.
Oh, thank you.
Keep going. Multiple generation.
And so I'm like, no, I'm like, fool, what part of Mexico before they come over here? Where they're from? He goes, no, they were here from day one. Like, my wife has pictures of like ancestors when they were like Indians, like here in Monterey.
Native Americans.
Yeah. But there were Native Americans, and then when Mexico took over, they became Mexicans.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yeah.
And they used to have land in Pebble Beach in Monterey. So first they got kicked out of Pebble Beach, and then they used to live here in downtown Monterey, and they used to have a bakery here in downtown Monterey, and then they got kicked out here and then moved to Seaside.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's gotta be rough.
Hell yeah, man. And you know, as a kid growing up here, I always felt like a connection to this land here, but it was like, I don't belong here, right? Like my roots is back in Mexico, right? But as you get older, you realize, oh shit, like my people were here.
Yeah.
Because this was Mexico, so they probably came over here as a vacation. So that's why the connection we have here in this area, because it's Mexico to us, right? This land was ours. At some point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of us Latinos, we have we have a deep connection with this land.
For sure. You can feel it.
Yeah, you can. Oh yeah, for sure. Even how Monterey looks, it's a lot of Mexican, touches here and there.
Yeah.
Like those walls. Like you go to Mexico, you see those walls everywhere.
Yeah.
So
that comes from the Spanish influence too.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, But yeah, that's why we talking about Monterey. Oh, Friendly, they got kicked. Yeah,
because we got kicked out of the plaza. He always needs to his propaganda. It's okay. All right,
come experience Monterey with me.
We're gonna talk about reflecting on 2024. What a year!
Oh my God, what a year!
With the ups
and downs. A lot of ups though for me.
A lot of ups.
Yeah.
Hey, hell to the yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I did some. Hey, I got an album out thanks to you, to your influence, to your push. I'm working on another album for next year.
There we
Slightly
go.
Different. I'm leaning into my reggae and dub.
Soldier.
I don't know. The love that I have for the reggae and the Rasta culture and the music and the history behind it. So I'm leaning more towards that as El Kallpa, as a solo act. So I'll get something going for next year. But yeah, this year I did Yo Mismo Soy, which came out with a few crazy songs. I released one video of that, and then I'm working on a second video, but I just wanted to put on everything at the same time. So that was back in July, and I was like, I'm gonna put a video, each month before the 24th is out. I'm gonna edit this so fast, because editing is magic, right? You just go like this, and it happens.
Yeah. Especially how you like to have the stuff. You're more anal than my anus. That should be a rap. That's a bar. That's a bar.
That should never be a saying, ever. Not ever. You're more than my age.
That's a bar right there.
Horrible. Horrified. Overall, 2024 excited. When hanging out with Ciao, horrified. We banked it at least 30 episodes, 40 episodes.
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We did something.
There was a few like lost episodes. We lost audio on some. We lost some video. My camera, the secondary shooter. The GoPro is having a disagreement with Chava's brain, and they don't communicate very well.
Yo, go check out the files. Stuff is missing. My God. Jesus. But anyways,
it's an older camera. You know, it's 3-4 years old. So nowadays you buy an electronic and you need to upgrade next year. The hell?
They make it cheap. That's why.
But they don't sell it cheap.
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
It's getting out of hand.
Every especially for a content creator, like you have to buy every year because you'll
be outdated.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's go back to reflecting. How are the seasons here? I also forget. Winter, right? January. What happened in January? Something big, other than feeling cold. Last year.
Oh,
this year.
This is January. What happened? I don't know. Like honestly, for me personally, everything's a blur because everything just happened like so quick.
So fast. It's December already. Yeah.
I've been collaborating with people, with businesses, with events. A lot of love. Open mics.
How often do you get recognized on the streets? Every time you're out? Every time? Pretty much.
I'm trying to humble. I'm trying to be humble. I'm trying to humble myself, right? But every other time I go out, every other time.
Okay.
Yeah. Hood famous. Yeah,
you're everywhere, man.
Yeah.
That's what it takes for the brand.
Yeah.
The brand to grow.
And that's the beauty of it. Like we go, we network a lot. We have different communities that we tap into, and each community are saying the same thing. Like, oh, you guys are good. You boom, boom, boom. That we love what you guys doing. And those communities don't have connection with. Because it's one thing you say, oh, you guys are good, and then Glenn says that you guys are good, right?
Because we're part of the same circle. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. I love you guys, but it doesn't have the same carry if the completely strangers says it the same thing. Then it's like, oh, I think we do have something special here.
I feel the same way with the music. Like. Right before Susie took off to Morocco, we went to an open mic in Santa Cruz with Barkings, and no one had heard of us before. And it was an open mic. We usually don't do open mics because it doesn't pay. Zero. So we just go there to test out songs or whatever, and people that were like, oh, one more, and we're like, one more, you gotta pay. Here's our information for hiring you. But it's always good when people don't know you, and then you show them something, and they're like, "Oh, snap!" It's from a different people never heard of you or whatever. Yes,
and they give you the same feedback.
As
your friends or your family. Like, okay,
you're in the right track. You're
Confirmation. Yeah, so that's good. We have as Casa SPS Media marketing firm.
Hey, put the logo right here.
Casa SPS Media. We have picked up a full-time client.
Nice.
And the other day we had a meeting to potential pick up a different client. So last year around this time, remember I told you if 2024 doesn't go our way, like we're moving to Mexico.
Yeah, I remember.
All right. We're still living check by check, but at least we can be here for another year.
Hey, there you go. It's year by year. Celebrate that. 2024 gave us more. Yeah, for me, for the family, for
my kids are great too.
Whatever.
My kids. I love my kids. Thank you.
As El Kallpa, I did my release of my album. As Barkings, we keep producing songs. We have a bunch of songs that we need to release, working on a couple of videos. Maybe before the end of the year, we'll put one out. And then with Sensory Tribe, the live aspect, the concerts, We've played nice places this year. We play Most Alley twice, which, we've been grinding at it. night market 3 times or 2 times this year. One time 2023, but yeah, with Sensory Tribe, steady. Getting those gigs in, getting the practice, trying to pump new songs. We're working on some studio tracks. Sometimes I get a little wild with how much I want to produce. Like, I have the nerve, like Ali told me, like, chill, bro. Like, if I don't do anything today, I feel like I'm wasting a day. And she goes like, no, you're not. Take it easy. Yeah. But my brain goes like, all right, write another song. And for a second there, I was complaining that, we're playing like old songs with Sensory Tribe. But for people that don't know us, there's no old song. Mm-hmm. Like, they never heard this song before, It's a little old for me. Mm-hmm. But, that's what it takes to perfect it. But I think we've reached a really good balance of us being entertained and challenged with like new tunes, and also enjoying our bangers from before. Like, still to the day, someone will approach me. This happened on Last Night Market. Come out and say that the opening song, the Who We Are, that's one of the songs that I first wrote. So that song is at least 8 years old, and this guy heard it for the first time, and that's what grabbed him. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, so that song is aging very well.
Oh yeah.
So that's always nice. But then for us, it's like, dude, I've been playing the same song for 8 years. Still enjoy it, still find the vibe, because that's how we wrote it.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Yeah, hey,
it's a vibe.
And what else? Okay, so what were some things that hurt you 2024? Let's be real here. What?
See, he said what hurt me.
But you have to go that strong?
You know what?
Some obstacles. Let's say, what were some obstacles in 2024?
There's some accounts or companies that I was trying to reach out to collab, right, with and everything, but they pass on me, and they work with some other people else, right?
I see.
Right, where and it's more of like you can see, right? But
you remember, you have your
trust me, man.
List.
I have my list. Right. I'm gonna do the same thing with the Dave from Boston. So for his enemies, he has a bottle of champagne with the name on it. So every time that enemy falls, he opens the champagne and celebrates.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Enemies.
I
don't know if I have any enemies, but I don't know.
No, hey, I wish them the well. I wish them the all the success in the world, but you're not gonna be bigger than me.
Yeah,
that's gonna be facts.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So, but besides that, yeah, of course, I didn't get no brand deals or sponsorships and everything. But I can see the light. Huh? Who? Oh yeah, Monterey Symphony, I love you.
You also did.
No, but I'm saying like
Food and Wine Fest. That was a big accomplishment for you. You told.
No, yes, but
you projected that. I remember on our 2023 closing, it's like, my goal for next year is doing this, and you did it.
You said it was one of the big lake downs.
Yeah.
You didn't say one of the big.
Okay.
All right, are you gonna let me talk or what? Right. No, but I'm for 2025. I'm looking for a brand sponsorship. If that's a hat, a shirt where I can wear it in my my chummy with Chava or coffee with Chava or those bench like I want to get a deal like that.
Okay.
I want
somebody whose sponsor represents and is here on the banner that you're gonna make on every episode.
On every episode.
There you go.
Hey, I got paid for it.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
We do
I get a tattoo here and everything. Gee. But besides that, of course, it's been great. We haven't got paid like where we can say, okay, we can do some stuff, right? We need new equipment, new stuff like that. But we can. I see the light. Like people are.
That's good.
People. I'm finding my voice. I found my voice. I'm this brand.
You're leaning
into it, right? Be myself, and people love it, and I'm the guy Ferrari in Monterey County.
Yeah,
like you can't go wrong with me.
You cannot.
Invite me to your events, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm there.
If you need a spokesperson, Sal Chava.
There we go.
There you
If
go.
you need an ambassador,
Sao Chava.
If you need a social media
Guru.
Ciao Chava. You need a sugar baby? Sao Chava.
A sugar baby. I don't know what that means. I hope I never find out. All I wanted to say too is like, thank you for all your recommendations on the benches we should go to. The DMs are overwhelming. Every episode, you should do this bench, the bench in the back of my house, the bench at my church, the bench at my favorite restaurant, my favorite coffee shops. Overwhelming. You know, if you are not submitting any of those, thank you. We don't want them because there's too many. So we've been covering all the benches that you have suggested and all the comments. Don't look back. But thank you for participating so much on every episode we put out, right?
Yeah, and as Los BenchWarmers, we want to thank La Tortuga for sponsoring a video.
La Tortuga.
What's the name of that one pizza place we did in Carmel?
Alegros.
Thank you, Alegros.
That was great. When we did the burger challenge.
That was awesome.
That was this year, huh?
Yeah, the beginning of the year.
The beginning of the year. See, this is what happened in January.
Yeah.
Then we did La Tortuga in San City
and
with La Tlayuda.
Uh-huh.
Tlayuda, that was great. What's the name of the guy in La Tortuga? I forget. La Tortuga. Elijah. I remember, you know.
Tipsy Putt.
Tipsy Putt.
We got invited for the grand opening.
We did.
That's a fun place.
That was a great place, Tipsy Putt. Thank you.
It's a great location too.
Yeah.
You play. You drink either the top floor and the second floor. You play your mini golf. The outside space. We're still waiting to do our podcast with the chef.
Yeah,
but
chef.
It was
reach out, check it out. Talk to us.
Yeah. So any other?
Then we did Buena Vista a few weeks ago.
Oh, thank you, Buena Vista. We did Buena Vista.
Thank you for. See, there's highlights of the 2024. Los Bench are moving. You know.
For 2025, if you want us at your establishment to do Los Bench, let us know.
Let us know.
We'll
and
be
if
there.
There's no benches, we'll bring our own bench.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Chairs, a wall.
You know what I'm saying? Table, anything. Bed, whatever.
Bed.
Oh.
That's a different price, man.
You know?
That's a different price. And again, if you would like to let us know what locations we're trying to combine, the suburbs, the faraway places to the city, the cars in the background versus the nature, you know, this is who we are. We are a mix of a building and a tree.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
What's a big goal for 2025 for you?
I'm gonna try to finish my new album. It's called Nostalgia, because I'm reflecting on all those reggaeton before it was called reggaeton. We used to call it reggae playero. Or raga. Some people say raga with the accent on the raga. Back in the 90s, you know, all of those sounds that...
Damn, you old.
My 12-year-old were like,
hey. Bitch, be bold.
In the 90s in Peru, you know, all of those combined with what I started liking later in reggae. Like I'm combining a lot of different sounds, but the theme is kind of like reggae, which one of my singles that is already out, Looking, is part of that album. So that's what inspires, like, we have this great song, now I'm gonna build around it, and they're not gonna be identical, but just like when you told me to work in only Spanish rapping, and I did that, so now I'm doing all like reggae dub and like Jamaican influences, island influences, like some Panama, Puerto Rico influences from when I was a kid. So
are you gonna do that in Spanish also?
I'm combining this has both.
Yeah.
But I've already made 4 or 5 songs.
Ooh, okay.
I'm hoping to do at least 12 or 13.
You know, Mexicans, they love rock and roll.
Rock and roll?
Yeah.
That's something I don't lean in. No, I like the classics, but for me, like what they call Spanish rock, you know, from the 80s, 90s. There's a lot of nostalgia on that.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
But it's crazy, man. It's because it's just like all nostalgia. It takes you back to, you know, the place where even shows nowadays, even clothes. You know, the kids are wearing the same as the 90s. Like, what happened with all the super tight pants? Now everybody's like baggy pants.
Yeah.
Like, that's from the 90s.
Yeah,
That's my thing.
I was never into rock, so it's surprising to see like Mexicans they love rock.
I think more so if they're
From the city.
immigrants too, because that's what they grew up with. Yeah.
No, I think
Spanish rock. Yeah.
We, you know, I'm Mexican, but from Melancho.
Yeah.
So we don't
hear
listen
you.
to that stuff.
But it's also because a lot of the rap culture that you hear here as a young kid, that doesn't translate very well to export. So what you have is more of a romantic rock stories. I mean, now everything's changed and everything is mixed. But back in the 90s, 2000s, it was like, I feel like the United States was very influenced for young people with rap and hip hop, while Mexico, like Central America and South America, were influenced by like more of a Spanish rock, even from Spain, you know. So rock. I remember there was a radio in Peru. It's like música en tu idioma. Like, don't be alienated and just listen to Nirvana and Sublime. Like, listen to your things that you can understand in your language. So
The only song I like in rock.
¿Cuál?
Hey, 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 here we go now. That's the only part I know. Metallica.
Oh, Metallica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey.
Maybe you should reach out and they need to. I only know a few songs from Metallica. But I think that's all I got. 2025. What are your biggest goals? You already.
The big goal is the same goal I have for 2024, and it's that to create my job and make this my full time. That's my big goal for 2025.
Full time.
Yeah.
You keep on releasing music, keep on creating, keep on talking to artists. I have the Arte podcast too. When I talk to people, we need to do another episode of the Arte podcast where you don't get so shy on me when we talk about your story.
You know.
But keep making art, keep making music, keep creating, keep enhancing our community.
Yeah,
those are my goals.
Yeah.
Okay, Monterrey.
Canal.
Los Bench over here. We'll continue in 2025.
See you next year, mi gente. Until next time. Ciao.
Los vidrios. Feliz año.